What are your feelings if I say the word poaching? Poaching. So I bet you there's a few different things that are going off in your head. You could be that person who says, oh, I love poaching. Poaching is the best. You could be someone who says poaching is a really important strategy that should be used at the right times. Or you might be someone who says poaching, I hate it. I hate when people steal my balls. And that's fine. You can have different feelings about poaching. That's no problem. But I want to tell you a little story about something I saw recently. So I was at my local courts and it was a drop-in session, so there were players of all different levels there. And there was one mixed doubles match that was going on. And as the point was unfolding, it was a pretty close game. And the ball kind of goes over the middle. It's a little bit to the right-hand side of the court. And the guy who's playing on the left, a right-handed player, his partner, she was on the right-hand side, she had her backhand. He comes across and he gets that high ball and boom! And he puts it away for a winner. It was great. He seemed very pleased with himself, even if his partner seemed relatively happy about it. They won the point, right? Well, as soon as that happened, they put it away. Someone who was just watching and like sitting beside the court in the center just yells, "Poacher!" And she might as well have called him, well, any sort of name you can imagine that is not very nice. And the way she said it, there was such disdain in her voice for the fact that he came across and he poached that ball, that he hit that ball that was otherwise going to his partner. Should he have done it? Should he have not have done it? I don't know. I guess it depends on why you're playing pickleball and what you see as being important. So why don't we unpack just for a moment some of the etiquette around poaching? Okay, so first of all, let's establish some of the reasons why people might poach in the first place. So one common one is when you're playing pickleball and your partner is further back from the net than you are. You might be up closer. And the reason that's important is because if you're up closer, you're more likely to get the ball when it's high. And if you can get a ball when it's high, you can hit on a downward angle. And if you can hit on a downward angle, you can hit hard and still keep the ball in the court. Now your partner, who's a bit further back for whatever reason, they might not be able to get that ball when it's high because that ball's got further, it's got to travel before it gets to them. And as balls travel, they tend to drop, right? So the person who's up at the net might have a better chance to get the ball when it's high. And that could be a justification for poaching. So what's another reason you might poach? Well, one reason might be that you're taller than your partner at the net. And that's in some ways similar to this idea of being up closer. If I've got a longer reach because I'm taller, then I can probably get those balls when they're a little bit higher than my partner might. So let's call those sort of the same reason. Now, another reason you might poach is because you think you're just better than your partner. That all things being equal, they can hit the ball, you can hit the ball. You're better at doing what you want with the ball. And so it's to your team's advantage for you to intercept that ball, even though it's going to your partner. It's true, not everyone is the same skill level, even on doubles teams. So what you're thinking here is that by you poaching, you're giving yourself a better chance to win. You're improving your team's odds at victory. Now, there's a third reason you might poach in pickleball, and that is because you really like hitting the ball. And by you going across the middle and hitting that ball that's otherwise going to your partner, well, you're going to get a few more little units of fun because you get to touch the ball more than you otherwise would. By the way, this is not generally a good reason to poach. Okay, so now we've established a few reasons why players might poach. They're in a better position to hit the ball, they might be taller and have a longer reach, they might just be a better player than their partner, and, well, it's fun to hit the ball. Okay, so when is it okay to poach and when is it not? Well, the answer is, it depends. If you're playing in a competitive situation where the main thing that you and your partner care about is winning, well, then you should poach when you think it's strategically advantageous. Again, the idea that you're up closer to the net or you have a longer reach, you've got a better chance to put away the ball because you're a better player. Yeah, those are all pretty good reasons to poach. But what if you're in a non-competitive situation? What if you're at rec pickleball? What if you're just having a great time? Is it okay to poach then? It depends what your partner thinks. If you and your partner have the same mindset, that is, you want to play the best pickleball you can, you want to go out and you want to be competitive, even in a recreational setting, then yeah, if poaching gives you a better chance to do that, you should do it, and your partner will probably be pretty happy about it. But as we all know, at drop-in pickleball, not everyone has the same attitude. I know some people who go out and every time they touch the ball, it's a little unit of fun. And if you come across and you poach, even if you hit the best shot anyone has ever seen in your town, they are not going to be happy about it because they are going to feel like you just stole a little unit of fun. They won't care whether you win the point. They won't care whether you win the match. All they're going to care about is that they had an opportunity to have fun by hitting the ball and you took it from them. So it's really important that you understand the mindset of your partner. If we're talking about competitive situations, well, it's really important that you and your partner understand what's okay and what's not, and why are you competing and what counts as fun and all that good stuff. In a recreational drop-in setting, things get a little more tricky. You don't always know the people that you're playing with or know them that well. You don't always know their mindset or their reason for being there. I think it's a pretty good idea to ask your partner. When you go out onto the court, say to them, hey, how do you feel about poaching? What do you think we should do on those middle balls? What works for you? These are all really good questions to ask and will give you some insight into what it is that they're thinking. You can then adjust your behavior based on those answers. And this improves the likelihood that you and your partner get along really well and no one has any hard feelings afterward. So am I for poaching? Am I against poaching? I'm in favor of understanding the context. If you're in a situation where winning is the primary goal and poaching will help you to do that, then yeah, you should poach at the appropriate times when you can. But if you're in a situation where there's a mixed bag of people playing for different kinds of reasons, then I might hold back a little bit. I might be unlikely to poach, at least initially, until I feel like I've got a good sense of where my partner stands. So that's my answer to you. Go and ask your partner. Talk to them in a drop-in setting. What do you think we should do? How do you feel about poaching? And that should give you an idea of what to do next. All right, that's it for this episode of Pickleball Today. Join me next time as we talk more pickleball today.